Yo, we are on another episode of Value Talks. Today, I have listen to me. This is one of the most, I just met this brother. I don't know him at all. I met him on TikTok, but this is one of the most well-versed people I've ever met in explaining the creator and expanding on why we are the creator's most creative creation. The creator's most creative creation. Say that 3 times.
You are the
But
creator's most creative. Yes, sir.
you're the creator's most creative creation. He goes by the name, is it G-O-D?
God, man. God.
G-O,
Yes, sir.
listen, G-O, what, then they had, come on, man, stop playing with him. You gotta, yeah, yo, honor the God, honor the King, honor the presence, because right now what he is about to bring to the table is nothing but value. Is nothing
Oh,
but
man.
value. I have some premeditated questions for you, brother. But before we get into these questions, I do want to ask you, if you like to introduce to the people who you are and what you bring to the table, so the people can get a feel for exactly who you are and what you offer and how they can get in, in touch with your services.
1,000%, man. Well, first off, shout out to you, host, man. Thank you for having me. Just it is a pleasure to be
Brother.
in this space, right? Like you said, we connected not too long ago on TikTok, but like attract like, so that frequency vibrated and we've been rocking out. And it's just that, that brotherhood, being able to see each other, me and another brother just connected off TikTok, man. And I forget the term. I think it's Sambu something. I gotta remember this term, but it's a African proverb for I see you. It's
Mm.
one of the greatest things that another person can do, like in the world and in science and quantum physics. For a particle to take form, it needs to be observed. So
Mm.
we don't take form without each other.
Yes.
I am because we are. So again, in terms of thank you for seeing me, brother. Thank you for inviting me into
Of
this
course.
space. And I appreciate the reverence of seeing a reflection. In terms of who I am and what I do, man, I'm an author, speaker, philosopher. Wrote this book, You Are the Creator. Launched it 9/16. That's my mom's birthday. And launching this movement. It's all about the I am, how you as an I am are the creator, and we build in a village of people who believe in infinite possibilities.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes. So, with that being said, it's a good segue to understand. So, you are the creator. I am in love. Just listen, the title grabs you. The title grabs because you are the creator. A lot of people forget and they need a reminder that they are the creator and everything in their life is based off their creation and it's simply a reflection of who they are. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you are the creator. How did this message come to be? And when you created the book, what made you push this message, you are the creator, as the subject matter? And how does people, I'm sorry, when people read the book, how can they apply this information to their life right now for balance and clarity?
ooh. So first part of the question, in
Yes.
terms of how did I come to it, man? Um, it is through allowing myself to be a vessel.
Mm.
We all feel called towards a purpose, towards
Mm-hmm.
a particular experience of being. There's an identity, an I am experience that we all get sparked to. For me, it was being a man of leadership, of power, of
Yes.
words. I've always admired Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Langston Hughes. It was first grade. Miss Russell. I always shout out Miss Russell in first grade.
Shout out Miss Russell.
Shout out to Miss Russell. She was our first grade teacher. She was amazing, but she exposed us to Black History Month during January. All right. So, I remember it was January is my first Black History Month, but we were prepping for Martin Luther King's birthday. And so she like kind of was squeezing all the lessons in. And she just teaching us about all these men who were leaders with words. And so it's been that journey throughout my life and pursuing that. But recently, I feel like I just got the call and to answer it. So
Mm.
the you are the creator thing, I've genuinely felt like the creator was asking me to be a vessel for a message that it wanted everybody to remember. It was kind of it was a timing thing. like it was like source, and it's a source to
Mm,
me is she, and we can get into that a little bit. But she was like, baby, I need you to do something for me. I need you to tell your brothers and sisters who and what they are, to remind them that they are never separated from, that they are the creators of their creation. And so in terms of the title, as I was going through and writing the book, I'm playing with different things. I am is creator, I am the creator, all of these different things. But I wanted it not I wanted it just came, was like, no, speak directly to them. Let them know I'm talking to them. So it was,
yeah.
you are the creator. And it
Yes.
was it was one of those things of it's just that you are
So
the creator.
so when reading "You Are the Creator" as a consumer of the book, how can they take the information as a integrated application into their life, you know what I'm saying, to make it more practical, make it a practice in their life where it becomes habitual, where it becomes a habit, where they're able to break them cycles? What practices in that book are they allowed to use as a daily tool?
I think the first thing is, and you said it too, there's a transformation when you accept new information as truth.
Mm,
Right? So when like you are there, you're someone new when the information is like, oh, that's true. That's really that's it, right? There's that it goes from a knowledge to a knowing. And
yes.
so and shout out to my man Unity. We were just talking about this. So but the the one thing is I think they need to be open to a reinterpretation of the creation story. And
Mm,
so we the we've heard this story of in the beginning was the word, and it's all of these stories of creations and creators outside of you, gods and aliens and beings who have a power that is greater than your own.
ah,
But then there's in the book, and it's a partially science, but we talk about how space, so
yes.
it's based on axioms of existence. And if I may, I'll do my axioms in the kind of preference, the logic behind, if they're willing to accept this as truth, then the practicality of it is what they're doing every day. Because you use your I am every day. It's just
Yes.
how you use it and how much you value it.
Of
So
course,
if I
I'm
can,
tired. I'm hungry. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
right.
Time
So
is the same as I am, people.
they do it. So if I it's not about making it, it's about making it practical about how powerful it is. And it's powerful because of these axioms. So the axioms go, existence is binary. It's either something exists or it doesn't exist.
Okay.
Most people would agree. For anything to exist, it needs space to exist within.
Yes.
Within anything that exists is the potential impossibility to become aware of its own existence.
Mm. Talk
Right?
to me, brother.
Now, that potential impossibility exists as the self reflective question, am I?
Mm-hmm.
Am I can be represented as potential impossibility, thought and desire, electricity and magnetism,
Yes.
right? The am is magnetism, the desire, the upward driving force, the I, electricity, the downward driving force. They
Okay.
exist as a trinity. That's what we know the trinity to exist. They exist as a trinity of duality,
Mm.
always existing together as one thing, but they can split into two things and become a third thing. And so,
That's
but
beautiful.
so it's activated. Now, how does it happen? Now, this is I just all so we talking about space, practicality, right? Inside of space, this space is malleable, but
Yes.
existence is binary. It's either something exists or it doesn't exist. So non-existence doesn't exist. That means this space has infinite time. It
Mm.
has nowhere to go. And inside of this space is the potential impossibility to become aware of its own existence. Now, how is that activated? At the brink of its existence, due to lack of expression, lack of awareness, the MI is activated. Non-existence doesn't exist. It cannot cease to exist. So it spirals up. It
Mm.
becomes more thought. Can I be? What would it be like to be? To how would it feel to be? On the third question of how would it feel, there's a separation between the desire to know what it feels like to be in the thought of knowing what it feels like to be.
Beautiful.
The am becomes the mother, the womb. The I becomes the father, the mind, the downward driving force. Both must go on a journey of threes. Thought must go from I think, I know to I must.
Yes.
Desire must go from I want, I will, I must. Think about how we think of a new idea. I think I want to, I know I will, I must be that version of me.
Yes.
When you are at that, I must be that version of me, the I am experience is manifested. So when the two become one, I am is manifested. The I am is the spark of light. That is the infinite you that exists as a non-visible, non-physical spark being that is infinite. Then there is that I am is manifested into a I am that physical body, and it's stacked up as I am that, and I am that, and I am that, and I am that physical components, and then it stacks up into the point that it becomes conscious and aware of itself as I am that I am.
Yes.
As an I am that I am, you can create your life consciously or unconsciously, but it's through definite possibility and definite desire. So it's through your own definiteness, but you create on the axes of infinite, finite possibility to infinite possibility. That's the axis of thought. Absolute absence of desire, fear to absolute desire. That's the axis of desire. And so you already are always creating from one of four quadrants. Fear, which is finite possibility, absence of desire. Force, infinite possibility, absence of desire. Freedom, flow, absence of desire, infinite possibilities. And then freedom, infinite possibilities, absolute desire. And so as I am that I am, and then the last level, and I'll finish here, and thank you for the space, right, is the I am I. This is the highest level of being when you recognize and realize yourself
it's a reflection.
As an infinite being.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It becomes that constant reminder, and that becomes the present moment. In that present moment, bro, that was broke down beautiful. And you know what's crazy? Listen, as you was explaining that, in my head, I don't know if it's because I'm doing the work, because a lot of our information, a lot of our culture, our melanated knowledge, our history has been demonized. So when you look at, a lot of people see symbols as demonic. But when I heard you talk, you know what I envisioned? The flower of life. I saw that space creating. And once awareness creates a space, it creates a decision. And that decision moves in degrees of good or bad, but it exists in the middle as awareness to decide. You understand? And then when it goes outward or downward, it creates another circle, but existing slightly inside the other circle, because that's where it started from. So it will never forget from that fragment. But then it's in the middle is that awareness point. Listen, I get it, bro. I get it, bro. And you explained that so well. And the way you explained it allowed me to see it so well that I was able to even spit that out like that. You know, I'm talking, bro. I love you, bro. Hold on, y'all gotta take this off because it's getting hot in the room.
That's funny as hell.
Yes, brother.
Now, how do you apply it? Because that sounds nice. One, I need you to believe it as being definitely true.
Yes.
That the creator, every creation story that you have heard, if you believe in the Abrahamic religions, when Moses asked the burning bush, what shall we say? What shall I say sent me? He said, I am that I am.
I am.
Christ, before Abraham was, I am. Thoth, right? Know thyself. Every culture has been pointing to this. So your acceptance of this, it needs to be true. The moment that you accept it as true, then now you become the full author of your identity.
Yes.
Through definiteness. So that's what the book is about. It's giving you the power to be the author over your identity. You are the creator.
No, keep going.
You are. Bro, because I get excited. You know, I like.
I know. When you talk, listen, you create this wave, and I feel like I become not watching the wave as an observer. I become the wave, and I kind of want to watch you go this way so I can just flow. And you feel me? Because you give me a constant reciprocation of energy that excites me to the point where I'm so excited to bring these people this type of awareness. Because like I said, a lot of people forget you are the creator. Whatever's happening in your life right now is a reflection of whatever's happening on the inside of you. Anything that you want on the outside as an external change happens on the inside first as an internal change. And the best part about any training is the results. And I guarantee you, if you listen to this man, he gonna get you some results. He gonna get you some results because this information, like I said, a lot of this information is common sense to a lot of us because we in the age of awakening where information is everywhere, right? So a lot of this information is everywhere. Okay, we here. How many of y'all actually applying this information? How many of y'all actually applying the part that you are the creator and creating every day? I see this man on TikTok every day promoting his book, making the awareness so the people in that awareness can do what? Create a choice. And when they create that choice to get that book, guess what they're doing? They're dictating their life with a decision of clarity. Because now they're understanding what? How to create from a creator's perspective of the highest timeline that serves you. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, brother.
No
I have you just
apologies to
listen.
me, bro. No apologies to me, bro. It is, we are being called.
Yes.
We are being called to communicate, to create. You are the creator's most creative creation. It is, but it's through definiteness and desire. So
Yes.
so much of the hustle culture, so much of the I need to, I have to, right? That doesn't generate manifestation.
Mm,
Manifestation is about definite possibility and definite desire. It's
mm,
only from a I must.
yes.
I must, but I must, it's an internal thing. So I tell the story of space, and this is where I've gained my faith in my creator God back.
Feed
I
us.
am I imagine space going through it by itself.
Mm,
It was in the for anything to exist, it needs space to exist within. Thus, space was the first thing to exist, and space existed infinitely as just existence, neither conscious nor unconscious. It was just being.
mm,
Inside of it was everything,
mm,
and then from lack of expression and lack of awareness, space, it was just shrinking
yes.
to the point that it shrunk to the its smallest point. And at that point, hit the same breaking point that we all hit, that darkness. If it's just me in absolute darkness, just silence, am I? Do I exist?
Mm,
And in that awakening of in that darkness, just like all growth starts in darkness, it had to go through the process of becoming definite.
yes.
It too had to go through the process of its thought. So now it becomes aware, right? MI is awareness of itself, and its awareness of self. It now has to go on the journey of identifying itself
Yes.
from MI to I am, but it's a journey. So the same suffering that you go through when you aren't sure, space went through. But space, ooh, and this is the grace that I find for it, in its infiniteness, in its vastness, in its oneness.
Mm,
Space realized and recognized that for anything to exist, it needs space to exist within. And so that it must always forever remain the space that everything will exist in. And so it left space. It left space for every single thing inside of it to be self determined and self governed on its own, to go on the journey of exploration, of becoming and of being through it and by it as it, if it's willing to self identify, self express, self fulfill. And
yeah.
when we pass our I, it is my prophecy that you, when we go, space will ask you, did you ask yourself the one question? Am I?
Yeah.
Did you unlock everything that was inside? Did you explore self and find that everything that you were missing or without? was within.
Mm. That is listen, y'all. He is a poet. That was poetry to my ears, brother. That was poetry to my ears. And just the segue. Listen, what he's talking about is that it's presence. It's that presence. It's the moment of awareness where you let go of judgment and you just become aware. And a lot of people can't become aware of that presence because your space is cluttered. Because you're not folding them clothes. That allows your mind to be cluttered. That allows your thoughts to be cluttered. And that allows actions to be cluttered. You know what that leads to? Alignment, cluttered. You can't get into alignment when you don't reflect that on the outside, because that is simply a reflection of what's going on the inside. Do we understand? And just to segue real quick,
Yeah.
if you have a problem getting in the present moment and just being aware, listen to me. Take the time to meditate. Take the time to sit with yourself. And if you have a problem meditating and doing the counts, on my page, I do meditations. I upload 2 meditations every week on YouTube. I have the 426 meditation. I have the 444 belly breathing, box breathing meditation. I have the belly breathing meditation, the nervous system meditation. I just put up the 3-minute start your day meditation where it helps you understand what you need to decide in order to start your day, not just to start it, but to start it with some clarity. Do we understand? Because clarity is going to lead to what? The decision. And a lot of us lack the power of a decision. And when you create that decision, guess what that creates? Creator, generator, energy. And only way to be a creator is to create the decision and move towards it with clarity. But first, you got to remember you are the creator, baby.
That's
Get
it.
that book.
That's what
Now, the segue into my next question, that's the thing. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of us, we don't clean our space. We don't fold our clothes, dishes. You know what I'm saying? There's some of those obstacles. We have some obstacles that don't allow us to become creators or move into that creative energy, right? So tell me, how can they, as creators, do more and get into their creative space so they can create?
and bro, first of all, I love your framework, right? So the decisions, the
Thank you.
awareness, the clarity, same
Yes.
thing. Same
Because it's
thing.
it's the same thing of what
It's
you said, brother. I'm just saying it in a different way.
that's because that's all there is. We are
Yeah.
being called to like listen, sources like, yo, y'all gonna get this knowledge one way or the other. You're going to learn. Like one way. But for me, right? Um, in the most simplest way, aware, choose, act. It's always the 3-step process, and I relate it to self. So step 1 is to become aware of your I am. Ask
Yes.
yourself, how do I think and feel about me right now? Not anything outside of you, not like your circumstances. How do I think and feel about you, about me? That's step 1. Choose, how do I want to think and feel about myself right now?
Mm,
Just think about, right? Like
mm.
choose. How do you want to feel?
Can I
If
can I can I can I before you go on, let me tap into that. Choose, how do you want to feel? Our palms of our hands has the highest concentration of nerve endings. Take your right hand, put it on your heart when you ask that question. Take your left hand, put it on your belly when you ask that question. Your heart sends signals to the brain. Your stomach is the first brain that allows you to act before your thoughts even think. Do you understand? When you allow this to go here, it internalizes the things that you say, your invocations, your affirmations, and your prayers. I'm sorry to cut you off. I had to bring that up for him. Go ahead, keep continuing.
no, that is a perfect segue. And so this is where there's always that cross sectionality of information because the next step is act. So
Yes.
it's breathe. How would I breathe and stand and or sit as that version of me? So if you can change your breath and your posture, you can change your identity.
Mm,
Think about emotions and identity. When you feel fear, when you are scared, you embody the identity. It's not a
mm,
thinking or feeling thing. There's an action. There's
mm,
breath and posture. So what you just said, the segue, right? When you come here, it's going to instantly bring you to like the presence. And as you begin to act, right, you can now force that identity into yourself. So how do I want to think and feel about myself? How would I breathe, standing, or sit? And then you take that breath of in, I, right? Hold it. And in that moment you are. And it's just how much do you believe you about you? You have final authority over your I am. And if you're able to be the final authority over your I am in this present moment, you're able to be however you need to be in any given moment. And so when you was talking about the clutter, the mess, we get so caught up in the procrastination in our old identities, and we identify ourselves and we put ourselves in boxes. But one of the things I learned from I'm gonna say my students, right? One of the things I learned from my students, man, being is simply breathing with gratitude and expectation, man. Just knowing, like, when she said that shit, bro, being is breathing with gratitude.
Yes. Say it one more time, just so we can get that Trinity.
Being is breathing with gratitude.
God.
I
Gratitude
am that I am.
Ooh, great. Listen, just a segue real quick, if you don't mind. I was in the gym today, okay? Listen to me. I was in the gym today. There was a moment, I'm sorry, this just applies to anybody who work out. There are moments where you work out and you reach a limit and you feel like you can't go past that limit. You do 10 reps and you're not hitting that 11th, 12th, 13th rep, right? And then when you go into the second set, you're doing either less than you did the first time or you're doing the same amount, right? Listen to me. I was working out with my son. I was working out with my nephew. My nephew kept telling me, I can't do this. I said, stop telling me what you can't do and start telling me what you can do. I helped him create a decision this way or that way. But it all started from the middle, that awareness point. You understand? But I was a guide that helped him go that way. So with that being said, I was in the gym tired as shit. I said, boy, I looked at that pull-up bar. I'm doing muscle-ups. I did 5 sets of muscle-ups. Listen, check me. I do 5 sets of muscle-ups. I stay at the top of the bar. I do 10 dips. Hang down. I do 10 pull-ups. And then I go into 10 squats. And then I grab the weights and I'm doing the chest flies. I do 10 of those. I leave, I take a break. I said, damn, ain't no way I'm about to do another 5 muscle ups. And then guess who popped in my head? I did. A moment in time where I told my nephew, stop telling me what you can't do and tell me what you can do. Guess what I did? I went past that rep. And you know what's crazy? Listen to me, people. When you do the work, especially when nobody is looking, when you do the work, when nobody is looking, this shit happens automatically. I said, stop telling me what you can't do and tell me what you can do. My mind, like a metronome, started saying this affirmation. I am very good at surpassing my limits. Not only did it say it once, it kept repeating in my head. And I was like, I can do it. I can do it. And not only did I surpass my limits, I did the exercise I did 3 sets of that. Listen, I don't know if y'all ever did a muscle up into a dip, into a pull up, and then doing squats, and then taking chest flies and going here. I did that 3 times. 10 times, 10 reps each. I kid you not. But this is what's crazy about that. Me saying in my mind, I push past my limits. I am really good at pushing past my limits. It kept going past my head. When I do this workout, I keep the same weight going heavier. The ego kicked in. And I said, I'm really good at pushing past my limits. If I'm going to push past my limits, maybe I need to bring it down a weight so I can actually perform with form. I put my ego to the side. And pushing past your limits is not going heavier in weight. It's moving strategically. That awareness didn't allow me to just go heavier. It allowed me to lower the weight so I can do more reps and also get proper form so I can enhance the quality. The quality. I'm sorry, I got fired up because I had a real life experience today from everything this man is talking about. But you got to do the work, especially when nobody is looking. And just to say this, I have a book as well, Awareness Before Change. You think you're going to have some change before awareness? It's not going to happen. You gotta have awareness. And if you're tired of breaking cycle, I'm saying if you're tired of going through cycles and you're ready to break the cycle of change in your life, start with awareness and understand you are the creator. Now, let me get to the next question. Can you give me an example, please? Like I just provided, I just gave a nice little example. I didn't mean to make it so long-winded, but sometimes when you in the spirit, it just goes. It just goes. You know what I'm saying? And that might have been for somebody. That might have been for somebody. But can you give me an example when you found profound results from an example of something that you use or you wrote in your book?
So yes, um, you said a whole word, but I'm a grab the part that I need. Doing the work when nobody's watching, right? And then that changing the form, right, to get the optimal results. So in the book, I talk about the journey of self, MI, self-reflection, I am, self-identification, I am that, self-expression, I am that, I am, self-fulfillment.
Yes.
Within the I am that, within the I am, there's master your mindset. So I teach master your mindset. I learned from Carol Dweck. She's an author. She wrote the book Mindset. It changed my life, but it's all about growth. And I call it the universal mindset. So that ability to not only persist through, but to persist through intelligently, to try different tactics, to not look at things as defeat, to look at them as lessons. And so, like, while you're doing it, you're learning while you're learning, like, ooh, okay, I am pushing through, but I'm kind of fucking up the form. So it's not gonna make no sense if I just keep pushing through. So
That's
let me
ego.
yeah,
Ego.
yeah. So like it's about doing it aware. And you said it, like you have to be aware of it. But how did it apply? It is through these lessons. So after you write the book, it's the whole me and you meeting is a prime example. It's go like when so like somebody, a lot of people out here like think about going live, starting their own channel. It was mastering my mindset. So the
Yes.
first thing about mastering your mindset, identify your fears. I had to ask myself, will I die if I do this? Right? And if the answer is no, all right, fuck fear. Oh, I don't know if I can cuss here, but forget fear, right? And then right, then there's from that is commit to growth.
Yes.
Recognize that strength only comes through struggle. There's never going to be a time where you get better by going through this. So it was that, and then it was claim your I am, and it was I am that I am. I am the world's number one author, best-selling author, world-renowned speaker. Like I am that I am. And so it was that, but I'm that in the beginning. I'm that when nobody knows who I am. I'm that
Exactly.
when I gotta because if you're gonna be that I am, you gotta be that I am at every stage.
And that is living from the end. That is living from the end. That is when, listen. Your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your character becomes your destiny. Now, listen, what if your destiny started first and it just trickled its way down? But the destiny starts with the awareness point of where you want to go with clarity. Once you understand that, destiny is already in place. Now you just waiting, because this is another thing. ADHD mind. A lot of people don't understand that you got to put yourself in a mindset of longevity. Of this ain't gonna happen overnight. Building shit take time. You ever put a building together? You gotta lay the foundation first. You can't even do it brick by brick until the foundation is down.
A word you said the word about doing it without any external validation.
Yes.
So it has to be purely about the being, not the getting, not the having. not the everybody seeing. It has to be about you are so determined to know what it's like to be that version of yourself. Everything you want is on the other side of a I am that I am journey. That car that you want, the house that you want. You want it because you want to go, I am that I am. I did it. I have what it is. But that's an internal experience. So it has to be about you being the version of you that did it. Not about you, the version of, not about what you get. It's not going, because if you're more concerned with about being the version of you, that version of you, you don't care about what that version of you have to overcome.
Yes.
It don't matter.
And you know what's crazy about that? It's really a mental thing. It's really a listen to me. Listen to me. Working out is so important, especially when you do the breath work, when you do breathing exercises and you sit with yourself. Listen to me well. When I first started doing a muscle up, when I first saw a muscle up, I said, "What the hell? How the what the?" I don't know if y'all know. If y'all don't know what a muscle up is, look at it now. It's a person going a pull up over the bar. You feel me? I saw that shit. I said, I want to do that. I want to do that. And I could not do it for 2 years. I gave up. But it had a moment in my life where I had the resistance, man, and I did it. But I did it with a specific form where I felt like I didn't need the resistance band. And then I tried it without the resistance band. It didn't work. But then I went internal. I said, let me gain some awareness. This is before I started doing any of the work for real, for real. But I went internal. I just sat with myself and I said, let me try to visualize myself going into it. When I visualized myself doing the muscle up, I put restraints on the visualization as if it was happening in real life. In your mind, there are no restraints. And I said, damn, wait a minute. I'm trying to add the struggles to how I was doing it in my mind. Let me adjust. And when I adjusted the form in my head to just getting it, I instantly did it, y'all. You don't need to add the physical resistance, the energetic resistance that the physical brings. Don't bring it to your mental. Don't bring it to the meditation. Move into the now moment of the end already happening. Because it is only happening. Time don't exist. The only time that exists is right now.
Yeah.
And when you embody who you are, which is the creator, guess what you can do? You can encompass all time and bring that physicality to you right now. And once you embody that physicality, guess what happens? The actions align later. Reality catches up later. This is a dense reality. It's going to take some time, baby. Your mental can happen like that instantly, but that's what happens. He said it. You got to be in that moment all the time. You got to remember. It's a reminder of who you are right now. This is a reminder of who you are right. You are a creator. You are the awareness. You are not your thoughts, especially if they're not leading you towards your highest reality. I'm sorry, brother. I
Bro,
had to get that off my
no,
chest.
bro.
People put mental shackles on their brain.
Your brain cannot tell the difference between a real or an imaginary experience. It is scientifically proven. It cannot tell the difference. If like I challenge people, the first line, one of the first things that we talk about, it's like, all right, who's in control of your I am right now? All right.
Yes.
If it's you right now, then say, I am happy and grateful. Say that statement out loud. Right? I am not, and not you don't have, but say, I am happy and grateful. When
I
you
am.
say that, right now, are you happy and grateful? Is that how you smile when you're happy and grateful? Is that how you, because you're, if you have the power to be happy and grateful, if you,
Yes.
your
Yes.
brain would not be able to tell the difference if you just, I am so happy and grateful.
And
And you
he said the
repeat.
formula earlier for how this works. Okay, I'm gonna clip this and then I'm gonna clip that so y'all can see this shit works. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but it's all about definiteness.
Mm,
It's about definiteness. You said it. You said something about the visualization.
thank you.
I want to. Like this is the power of, this is how the journey of becoming. We see an idea or concept and it's like, I think I want to do that. you saw somebody doing the pull-up bar thing, right? I think I want to do that. You went through the process in your mind from
Yeah.
the idea being, I want to, I think I want to, I know I will, I must.
Yes. And then can I please hold on. Can I add to that? Can I add to that? Because it goes to what you said. It correct me if I'm wrong. It goes from, does it go to I must to I know?
Well, so I know the knowing is just I am to me. So I'd say
Okay.
so it go from I think I know I must.
Mm.
So the knowledge has to get transmuted into applied.
Can
So you can know something, but you're not doing it.
can I add a stage?
Yes, you can. Yeah. Yes, please.
I embody.
I embody. Yes.
I embody. I'm gonna tell you why. For a long time, I consumed. I just consumed information, no matter what it was. But for a long time, I did not embody the information. And a lot of people say, "Oh, knowing is the key." But I listened to this dude Abdullah, which is Neville Goddard's teacher,
Okay.
and he talks about this thing of living from the end. But the only way to live from the end is to have a mental embodiment. Once you embody it mentally, it happens to you automatically. Because the mind is the entire body, y'all. It's not just in the brain. That's what most of the electrical activity is. But the mind is literally the entire body. Once you embody, guess what a human being becomes? The creator.
So the embodiment, I did it this way. I don't even know, it wasn't intentional. There's the double side of the I am. So for me, it's the internal claiming of the I am. That
Yes.
one that you have to do before you come outside and can like walk in it. You gotta get, so it's that journey. The first part is the journey of who am I? When you start, all great journeys start with self-reflection. Am I the solution to that problem? Am I capable enough to doing that? To who am I? Right? To questioning yourself, like, all right, well, who am I? If I'm doing this, if I'm going to do this, how do I do it? To I am internally, right? That claiming of identity where I'm that. Like I am a rapper. I am this. Like when you first claim it inside yourself. And then from there, it's the coming outside. I'm a rapper,
Yeah.
right? And you gotta get it, and that's the mindset, right? That's where it's coming out. That's where the fear, the claiming your identity, I mean, the claim, commit to growth, the claim your I am, and the external comes in. So it's like a two-sided journey. But that I am embodied, yes, it's that, because I was thinking it that way. It was coming to me like embodied the out. It was, yo, you cannot just keep thinking this shit. You cannot just I stopped reading, I stopped doing everything. I'm like, fuck, if I'm not applying it, I don't care.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I and I, forgive me, self. I used to think I was quite stupid. I used to think that I just couldn't intellectualize myself like others could. In comparison, it's a thief of joy. When I stopped comparing myself and I actually just started doing videos and speaking my truth, I became very well at intellectualizing not just what I learned, but things I didn't know. Um, because when you start to become an embodiment, and I experienced this through conversations, I would segue into stuff that I knew that kind of segued into things that I didn't know that later confirmed itself through research later down the line. And it was like, damn. Because I don't know if you ever been in a conversation where you kind of just in a flow of just talking that shit, and sometimes something come out and you kind of just, you don't know what to say, but the words just go. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. And I want to say it's a form of channeling, but I don't channel. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to learn that. But at the end of the day, when you like he was saying, when you do this work, you start to create a self-knowing and a self-understanding of not just intellectualizing information that you knew, but intellectualizing DNA, ancestry, intellectualizing self-knowing, intellectualizing things that you didn't know that was based off expression simply because you had passion for it, and now you're exerting value, and living in your highest value allows you to dictate what you're giving is in forms of energy, basically. I'm sorry, I just had to go into that.
No, bro, you tap, you be like you the resonance,
That's
right?
what I'm
That
saying,
like,
bro.
yeah, because it's the desire, it's the passion. So when we doing it, you are the creator's most creative creation. You are
Yes.
the creator's creative creation. You are called to create. And for so long, for decades, we've been suppressing creation. And so it's brimming out. You got a book, you got songs. It's calling to scream out because every single thing that you feel called to do
Yeah.
is what space itself dreamed of doing at the exact moment that you're here.
Attention.
You are the vessel for that dream.
Mm.
Everything belongs to space, even you. So if you exist, you as exactly who you are a definite possibility with a definite desire to be of space itself. And so the things that you want to do, the songs, the creations are the ideas space has waited billions of years to create. And you fucking around scared to put it out because somebody might judge you. It's waited and not only did it wait billions of years, it waited for you specifically to do it
Mm.
because nobody's going to do it the way you do it. That's why you feel like you in
Ooh.
flow state when you doing it that way. You feel like a
This
vessel, bro.
you listen, bro. You cooking it because out of everybody here on planet Earth, there's nobody with the same fingerprint. Even twins got different fingerprints. We're like snowflakes. Nobody can do it like you. You listen to me. I had this experience where I don't know if I was tripping, but it was a dream, but I was on mushrooms. So I was tripping. But I thought it wore off. You feel me? So I saw this experience where I was just seeing like a whole bunch of souls. It was like a bunch of light bulbs or whatever. But and I was like, in my mind, what is this? In my head, it was like this a waiting list to get here on Earth. And, and I was like, it's a waiting list. And I kind of like tried to focus in on what I was looking at, but the more I tried to focus, the more I lost distortion. And I'm sorry, the more distortion happened. So I kind of lost it. But at the end of the day, it made me think so much. You are here for a reason. And if there's an actual waiting list to be here, don't think that you so listen to me. That I say that to say this. You're not here for no reason. You're here for a purpose. And what you do, like he said, nobody can do it like you. And there's a waiting list of souls waiting to come here while y'all sitting here depressed talking about I don't want to be here no more. You want to go see some aliens and take off from planet Earth when you supposed to be on this Earth with a mission to help the ecosystem brighten their timelines. Because you are light.
You are light.
You are light. But anyways, let me you feel me? Cause we conversating, bro. I told you you are an ocean and you create waves in me, brother.
So
I swear to
uh,
God, energy gets me. Y'all know what energy is. You know what they say money is? Currency. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, and you're giving me that flow, bro, that stream.
that's
So
likewise, bro. Likewise.
with that being said, when people read I am the creator, as a consumer of the book, what do you want the consumer to take from the book? How do you want them to feel? What is the most valuable thing that you can give to the people right now as I am the creator, as the author?
Mm. So as you are the creator, but as the main thing is I would want them to walk away fully empowered in their divine authority over their own identity,
Mm,
right? So we struggle with our divinity of who and what we are,
yes.
and whether or not you are the god of the things around you may or may not be true. But
Yeah.
one thing that you have full divine authority over to give name, shape, and meaning to and your own uniqueness is your identity, who and what you are. The moment that you choose to be and recognize that your I am is yours, it doesn't belong to your mother, it doesn't belong to your father, it doesn't belong to society, it doesn't belong to your children. It is
Mm.
yours to yield, and it is infinite. It
And
is.
that's important because your I am is your connection, your relationship with God, with the divine, with yourself. Do you understand? And once that happens, listen to me, you move with clarity. It ain't nothing better than clarity, y'all. Don't we all want clarity? Don't we all want to be free? Don't we all want to just have this? But a lot of us, like, we're distracted in life. Sometimes we don't sit still long enough. So take the time to just be still and be aware and be in the present. Geo, bro, God, bro, bro, you are. Listen to me. You are a light, and your voice deserves to be heard. And from here on out, I call upon it infinite spirit to open the gates of abundance for this man. For if you can please just bless the chat with your cash app, with your information, how do we find you? And you know what I'm saying? If y'all feel generous, if y'all feel like this information was valuable, you feel like you really took something from this, don't let the moment just go by and not bless this brother because he deserves it. He deserves it. So go ahead, drop your cash app, drop your products, drop your information. Let the people know how they can get in touch with you.
Oh yeah, man. So I currently don't have a Cash App. I don't know why. Don't worry about that.
You
But
single?
huh?
You single?
Yeah. No,
You
no, I'm
got an
married.
Apple? You got
I'm
iPhone?
married. I'm married. I do got an iCloud. I do got iPhone.
Oh yeah, cash app him. I mean Apple Pay him.
Apple Pay.
And
My
you married, so be careful.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my iCloud ID is T Dixon 0206 at iCloud. That's my
I'm gonna
iCloud.
get in there.
My Venmo is at Giovanni Gavonne dash Dixon Dixon. So my name really is that's my real name, but I'm
It'll
God
be in the
now.
description too, okay?
Yeah, Ga. Oh, I might have said and then PayPal is the same thing. PayPal is the same thing. My first and last name. Man, if we are ending, man, thank you for this, bro. I'm thankful for this
No, for sure, bro.
platform and
For
this
sure.
space, bro. Yeah.
Before we go though, I gotta ask you one more question, man. Just bonus. What got you into spirituality?
Mm, loss,
Mm,
loss. I lost my mama first, and then I lost my daddy, and then my brother.
mm.
Um, and
Change the channel.
huh?
I'm just listening to you. I'm just dang. I'm feeling so much like grief. I'm like, damn, who changed the channel?
No, no,
But
man.
no,
It
but
was.
no. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
We all feel called to it. I've always felt called to spirituality my entire life.
Mm,
What brought me back to it was in the suffering, in the darkness, being taken to that point of the brink of my existence. And I had to go seek. I had to go find something to ease the pain, the hurt, the separation, the void, the emptiness. I had to find something. I ain't had nowhere to go but inside.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, and that was it. That was it.
And you know what's crazy about that, y'all? Most of the time, when a lot of people are in the dark, that's when they find the light. A lot of the times when you feel like you're going through something, stop, become aware, and realize this is a signal. And you can choose. You can make a decision to listen to me. You can instantly change your life. But you gotta decide. And you gotta create by acting. But first it starts with the awareness and the reminder of who you are, which is creator. I I am so much in gratitude, brother. This conversation was dynamic. I hope everybody actually took some great value from this conversation, brother. You are amazing, and I need you back for another convo. You feel me? Next time, you know what I'm saying? If you got something else you want to tackle as far as a topic, I feel like I need you because your voice needs to be heard, and I would love to work with you again, brother.
Oh man, again, bro, thank you for the space. Thank you for seeing me, man. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for pouring, like sharing, right? In terms of like you see me, in terms of seeing me as a wave, I felt the same energy. It is, and it is because we are being called, and it's so great to find each other. We've been we've been looking for each other this for eternity, and now it's great to finally meet each other again because that's what's happened. And so I'm appreciative of you, bro, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, man, I definitely got to have you over in the space with TikTok. I don't know what's going on, man. I saw some stuff, so I got to keep my eyes out. But yeah, that's
Yeah, they just
we're
got
gonna
bought
see.
out or something like that. So that what you talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah. They just got bought out, and I was looking at their privacy stuff. A lot. There's the language of ownership is changing in TikTok in terms of what they can do and what they can't do with your content from this point forward. And I'm not sure how I feel about that.
That's why we gotta be listening to me, bro. One thing about my old job was when they let me go, y'all. And I got a job, but one thing from getting fired from a job is understanding that I was relying on somebody else to dictate when I got paid and how much I got paid. But when I became the creator, I started doing things like this right now. I created a book. I got guided meditation, custom visualizations for those who can't bring themselves to that awareness point and they can't visualize the outcome that they need. I do custom visualizations. I do guided meditations for free on my page every day. I'm pretty sure my man got consultations. If you need somebody to talk to, reach out. He'll talk to you. If you need consultations from me, reach out. I will talk to you. We will help. We are here for you. And if you help us, we can build an ecosystem where we can grow in our greatest timeline again. Thank
Hey,
you
it's
again.
happening. It's unfolding. It's all happening. But thank you, bro, man. I'll give you back your time, man. I appreciate you. And it's happening though. Unfolding. We are the generation that will experience the freedom that is our divine birthright. The freedom of being presence right now. I don't have to go be chase none of it. But go ahead, my bad.
No, you good. You good. Now, before we go, I just want to close out with a affirmation, invocation, if that's okay with you.
Yes, sir. You already.
All right, go ahead. And everybody who's watching, if you want to just close your eyes and just, or softening your gaze, whatever allows you to truly relax and soften the body. Now, just breathe in deeply through the nose one time. Bring it down to the belly. Hold it. Now, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I call upon the highest version of myself, for I activate the version of me who is always in constant overflow. I activate the version of me who is always in constant creation. I activate the reminder for remembrance to embody me, for a remembrance of I am the creator's most creative creation. I absorb the energy. I move into it. I move into abundance. I move into purpose. I move into alignment. I move into the highest timeline that serves my highest purpose. As I call upon my ancestors of the highest light who has fully ascended. And I ask God to truly shield every single listener listening right now in a gold light of your love and your divine protection. As you move into these opportunities, you can move into this space and come back to natural breathing. I thank you again, God. That was a beautiful conversation. I love the reciprocation and I appreciate you, brother. And from here on out, I definitely hope to see you again in our ecosystem of growth.
Yes, sir. Let's get it, man. Thank you again, brother. Appreciate you, man. Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. Y'all stay blessed.